program power rankings countdown where I rank the teams from least likely to most likely to be able to compete for the national title in 2025 using my program power rankings model. Number 33 in the country. We're back to the ACC. Georgia Tech, the Yellow Jackets, coming in 31st out of the 67 power conference teams with a score of 69.46. For Regime Plus, I don't know if there's a program in the country that is doing a better job of establishing their identity under a head coach and under a quarterback than what Georgia Tech is doing. And I think offensively, they know what they are as well. 1 out of 1 Regime Plus. Returning production looks really good for Georgia Tech in some spots. We're going to talk about that a little bit, but they come in number 19 overall in the country. Now, a lot of this is along the defensive side of the ball with their linebackers and defensive backs, also bringing back the Haynes brothers, Haynes King and Jamal Haynes there in the backfield for Georgia Tech helps a lot. But this comes with a little bit of a caveat. Georgia Tech loses 5 of their top 6 receivers from last year. Now, you might say, well, this is a running team. They're going to be fine without that. Well, a lot of this team's explosiveness on offense came from passing the ball, especially to the tight ends. 23% of their explosive plays in the passing game came to tight ends. That was led the nation by a substantial margin. Both of their starting tight ends from last year are now gone, and they lose other wide receivers as well, including Eric Singleton, who is one of the biggest portal pickups for the Auburn Tigers. Now, this is a team that was number 16 in the country in expected points added per drop back last year. I don't think they're going to come close to that this year. So can the running game make up for that in 2025? I think that's a major question mark for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, who also lost their 2 starting tackles from last year, although they do have a very veteran group coming back. High school recruiting, I think Georgia Tech is a couple years away from that NIL money and that program momentum turning up in the high school ranks. Number 46 over the last 2 classes. They're going to get better in this area. I think they're a more talented team than that. But net transfer portal, I have them at number 72. I think they had a lot of guys leave this program in the transfer portal that were really pivotal to last season. They did bring in some good players, and they will continue to as well. But overall, net this season, I don't think it was the best transfer portal activity for them, although they did get some key pieces. Losing guys like Singleton really hurt. Last season, Georgia Tech ended up number 16 in adjusted EPA per play. A really good team last year, probably better than their record. They have a tendency to play to their opponent, though, so I would definitely watch out for this as their season unfolds. The market has them coming in at number 48. I think this is a little low. I would put them around 35 to 40, to be honest. I think they're a very good team. Strength of schedule is number 96 in the country, which is one of the tougher ACC schedules that mostly has to do with their game against Georgia. Though I think it's kind of a tough schedule, but it's a little bit more favorable ACC draw. This team could very well end up in Charlotte, and I think that's what they're going to need if they're going to make the college football playoff. I think they either need to win the ACC or be really, really good in that ACC title game like SMU was last season.